I've been doing research into the father's rights movement. I've been researching the history of the father's rights movement, and I've been researching the various different subcultures of the father's rights movement. And I've been researching their Facebook groups mostly. I've checked out a few of their websites. I've checked out Father for Justice and a few other sites. And I'm not impressed. Men lack solidarity with other men. Now, this meme that I found, that I'm showing in the screen in the video, I found this on Facebook, and let's read it. We live in a country that sends non-violent drug offenders to treatment and jails fathers for unpaid child support after he loses his job. Right, this country is the USA. That's the biggest country that jails fathers for not paying child support. It's mostly Americans in these groups. Now, the vast majority of people in America are in jail for non-violent crimes. The vast majority of people in jail in America are in jail for drug-related offences. So, yes, there you go. And the proportion of violent offenders is actually very low, according to statistics I found. It's in the low double digits on average, between 9 and 11%. And you've got to understand, a lot of these offenders, violent offenders, are going to be in jail for petty violent offences. So, like slapping someone, for example, that's technically a violent offence. Now, these guys, they're trying to throw other men under the bus. I've talked about this before, and this is just more proof, more evidence of my accusation against the father's rights movement. They're snivelling, basically. These guys are not getting punished. They're not getting punished. We're the good guys. We're getting punished for being good men. It's pathetic. I have no respect for this. You're men. You should be glad that other men are getting treatment for their drug addiction. Even if what you say is true, I don't particularly think America's particularly great at treating non-violent drug offenders. It seems to just throw them in prison. You know? That's why America's got the highest incarceration rates in the world. Okay? It's not really such a soft touch, really. You seem to imply. Oh, the bad men, they don't get punished. No, that doesn't happen. And men who go to prison are at risk of getting raped, right? They're at risk of getting sexually assaulted. Prison, you should only be glad if someone goes to jail if there's no other choice, if they're actually a genuine danger, especially since the prison system is so bad in the USA. You should be glad that people are not going to jail, even if what you're saying is true, which I don't believe it is. The father's rights movement, you lot have got no class solidarity with other men. You talk about your plight as a father, me, it's unfair. What you face is a systematic problem, devaluation as men as human beings, and that's why your role as a father gets walked all over. And the thing is, you signed up for this when you got married as well. You signed up for the provider role, and it's getting forced on you via divorce, via state violence, and it's terrible. But you signed up for it, now you're trying to throw other men under the bus. What it is actually, you're subconsciously looking for other groups of lower status men with lower status, and you're pointing the finger at them, going, oh, look at them. No respect for that. It's pathetic. You need to develop a class identity as men. Now, alienated fathers, if you don't get to see your kid is being raised by a single mother. If your kid's being raised by a single mother, they're more likely to end up in jail. They're more likely to take drugs, to deal with the emotional abuse they're going to receive, right? So you want a society that gives boys who develop drug addictions, young men who develop drug addictions, the benefit of the doubt and every chance to reform and clean up. You need a society like that, because it could be your son that could end up in jail. Also, many fathers end up developing drug habits, drinking habits, because they can't cope with emotional turmoil from being kicked away from their kids. And there's plenty of pathetic, grovelling memes like this. Plenty. Father's rights, get your acts in order.